Now, something is very off about this whole situation. Christy, let's give a quick breakdown as to who Luigi Mangione is.
So a lot of news has been filtering in, of course, in the last few hours. But what I have been able to find is that he is the suspect that is being questioned for unaliving Brian Thompson, who was the CEO of United Healthcare. United Healthcare is a huge national medical insurance company, and they also have lots of Medicaid plans. But besides that, Luigi found out about him that he grew up in Maryland. He graduated from a private high school in Baltimore that was very expensive. It was like $40,000 in tuition a year. To go to this high school. He then went on to the University of Pennsylvania and ended up getting his bachelor's and his master's in engineering. He was a very well traveled enthusiast, came from a very wealthy family. Um, I think he was even valedictorian of his class one year. Um, and yeah, he had said he was a valedictorian in 2016. Um, and just has really it's just really kind of shook everybody on what's really going on. But there's a lot to it. I mean, there's a lot,
They're calling him a communist. Some of the Trumpers and conservatives, and then some people. I mean, I posted the video of his cryptic video he dropped on YouTube. I'll post that in a minute, but they're calling him a hero. First comment I got on TikTok is people saying that he's a hero. I don't know if they're trolling or not, but that's what my wife said. My daughter said that's the take on this young man. I mean, here he is right now.
There
He's
are
young. Who knows how they're going to push this narrative, or if they're going to put him on the cover of these magazines. You know how certain people have a fascination with these criminals and these people that commit heinous acts. But go ahead, sis.
they said that so whenever he graduated from the University of Pennsylvania, he also was a member of the Phi Kappa Psi fraternity, and he graduated, I just said just a second ago, with his bachelor's degree and master's degree. He also, they said, was a mathematical and computer genius. Um, but he has had lots of cryptic messages and manifestos out about how everything needs to begin and end with violence. Of course, we don't support that. The only criminal charge that he has ever had was a citation for trespassing in Hawaii. Um, but like I said, came from a very, very well to do family that was into real estate and owned numerous senior living homes, like communities. Um, but there is both sides of the coin, like you said. There's those that are amping him up as a hero. I found an article about a kind of just like me, to be honest, middle aged white woman that was fighting for her life with cancer, and United Health Care, who Brian Thompson was the CEO of, and making $10 million a year as the CEO of this company, denied her chemotherapy, denied things that she needed. So there are a lot of people that are like saying, "Hey, this dude stood up for something," which kind of reminded me of the whole John Q movie.
People were putting that in the comments. I saw it over X. I'm going to say this. Somebody had made the statement that he was mad about maybe his aunt or somebody that was being denied health care. I don't know how true that is, but I know that's what I seen in the comment. Again, this guy either
Mhm.
radicalized, or I don't know what's up with this dude, but the one thing I do know, the one thing for sure that I do know is I don't trust the media for nothing. So this is
Uh-uh.
a very odd situation. He was arrested today. We have his before and after, mugshot here, and it just looks like a young man that just, I mean, if it's a narrative, radicalized,
Well,
came from a good family. They're calling him a communist. The conservatives are calling him names, and the liberals are backing him. And I'm just looking at the whole situation like, damn, is this even real? And I don't want to sit here and be too crazy on YouTube or any platform, but I just don't trust the media. And a lot of this story right here, it just it's shrouded in mystery, I would say, even from the start. They have the pictures come out, and maybe that's kind of to keep us in a daze, or maybe the information just comes and floods so quickly that we can't always get it and process it correctly to where we do have conspiracies rise up or thoughts in our head of doubt. But I just say that this whole thing was shrouded in kind of a cloud, should I say, and it's kind of coming to a head at this point. But again, like I said, we're finding out more about this guy, and I guess he just had a beef against the CEO, correct? That's the whole thing. And I saw it on
Well,
YouTube. I saw it on YouTube, sis. Basically, uh, shout out to YouTube algorithm. Year ago documentary that they made about the CEO was painting him not in a good light. So of course, there's one side. There's three sides of the truth, right? Your side, my side, and the truth, right? So I don't know.
right.
Something's up here. Explain what you got, sis. Go ahead.
Just that today, whenever that he was at the McDonald's where he was picked up, one of the employees thought that that was him, and whenever he was questioned, they said that he grew silent and started to shake, like a nervous shake, really bad. They have not been able to pin the unaliving on him yet. What they've got him with so far is charges for having a firearm,
Mm-hmm. A
forgery,
ghost.
and
That
yeah,
see.
and and records tampering. But just this one point I want to make before we get too far off, is what you said was so spot on, that they send us this information so fast, like so fast. Within 45 minutes yesterday, literally, we had Jay-Z and everything that he's being accused of. We had that the United States had fired missiles at Syria. We have everything going on with them bringing, this into all these different things, that they're still on the manhunt for him. And it's like, what are we supposed to look at? Like, what are we being distracted from?
True.
What's really happening? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
it's
what's going on?
that's how we think. We don't, like I said again, we don't trust the media. I have right now the cryptic video he made on YouTube. They're saying that YouTube's hard to find. I couldn't find it. Also on X, they suspended his account. I'll try to pull that up momentarily, but that's factual. So they suspended him on X. His YouTube's still up, and he made a video with the timestamp on December 11th. It's timestamped at 1 minute and about 20 seconds, and it says December 11th pops up, right? And it's called The Truth, his video. He has a YouTube channel. It was released somehow. Here it is playing in the background, and here in a moment, I have an arrow where it points to where it says the actual date, December 11th. So we're saying what's something going to happen that day. It's kind of weird. I said, damn, is
Yeah.
this guy think he's a Joker or the Riddler? My bad. It's kind of weird, cryptic, and it says right here soon, and then here comes the arrow. I'm pointing to it right there. It's December 11th. It shows real quick, and it's odd, right? And people in the comments on the YouTube saying, "Man, I'm glad to see this. This is very exciting times to see this." And I guess that's true to a certain extent. But this guy has somewhat become a hero of a certain kind of people. I don't even want to say on the left, right? I don't even know, because I will say more primarily on the left. But either way, this is a whole weird situation. Any other facts or info you can give us about either the CEO or this Luigi?
Just that. So whenever they were giving him the charges in court, he only argued about two claims in front of the prosecutors. One was saying that he was found with $8,000, and he said, "I never had $8,000 in cash that was planted on me. I did not do that." From what I understand, he did not deny anything with the weapon or anything like that, but he denied the money, and he also uh, said that he was not trying to avoid law enforcement, that he was not actively like fleeing and eluding. Now that's I guess however somebody wants to interpret it, but those are the two things that he argued, that he did not have $8,000 cash on him, and that he was not eluding and evading law enforcement.
Well, we'll break it down here. I'll pass the mic to you, but I'm going to give my quick thoughts on this, Christy. Story of the day. It has flooded the airwaves. It's all over X. There's a lot of stories out today, but this was the one that's all over the TV. Someone posted, y'all are following this, but something about Nancy Pelosi buying certain kind of stocks today. I mean, Israel and all these other stories that are out there that don't get that much coverage. So I'll just say this. Is it distracting? Yes. Is it a newsworthy, interesting situation? Yes. Do I believe the narrative or do I believe the media? No. So my overall thoughts on this is this whole situation is very odd. We will keep up with it and bring the best insight we can from Instagram, Facebook. We're bringing the best news we can on this. Just being independent journalists, but something is not right about this whole situation. And just seeing this guy, my wife earlier was saying, "Is this guy a pansy?" I don't know. I honestly can't sit here and give, a full breakdown as to the whole situation because this guy just got busted today. But again, like I said, there he is smiling in this picture. And on the other side, he looks radicalized. He looks pretty pissed off. But I just want to say this is an odd situation. Probably one of the biggest stories of 2024 towards the end, right? And it's going to go down in history as a very extreme case of, I guess, I don't know if it's revenge on his part or retribution for people that are sick. People are bringing up the John Q parallel. I don't know. I just know that this whole thing is pretty weird, and we're going to cover it as we go, and we'll see if this continues to be in the headlines because, like I said, we do have news, and this right here is newsworthy. Is it a distraction? I believe probably so. Is it meant to be like that? I don't know because this is how it works, y'all. The algorithm picks it up. Certain places push out whatever. I don't watch the big news, sis. I don't know about you, but I hardly watch it at all. If I watch it, I watch
Me
it with the
either.
slant, or I watch it with the. I'm trying to eye and
Mhm.
see what they're putting on top of it. Anything extra with that, y'all? There's my part on this, Christy. Give your honest opinion of this case before we end the video. Go ahead.
I just hate to say this, but I'm a fence rider on this one, because there have been people that he has grown up with and said that he talked a lot about that everything needed to be the communism that you talked about, that everything needed to begin and end with violence. But then you get a whole different picture because he's a valedictorian. He was a counselor um, to collegiate students who, were coming into school and things like that and guiding them how to make it, through their schooling and things like that. And of course, like you said, we don't trust, mainstream media and so much just within 45 minutes, three breaking stories about, like I said, missiles, Jay Z, and then this guy. I just don't know what to believe. I know that there are a lot of people out there that truly are suffering from medical mismanagement, and it's truly sad. Whenever you've got people fighting for their lives. So if it was for an aunt that was sick, it could very possibly be because I'll tell you, I, YouTube, please don't give me any strike for this, but I would do whatever I would have to do to get my son the health care he needed also.
And just looking at Thompson's annual pay package right here, United Healthcare CEO, 10.2 million. And hey, I'm a capitalist. I'm not hating on nobody's paycheck, but damn, that's a lot of money to pay a man to be the CEO. But that's how they operate, and that's why this guy was. I would think. I'm not too sure, right? This is why he was upset. Part of it. He had a beef with Thompson. Then again, he drops a manifesto. Is it really his? Is it from him? I mean, they done took
Exactly.
his Twitter away, his X account away. He's on YouTube. Are they going to take that one down? We don't know. We will continue keeping y'all updated as we go with the Luigi Mangione case. And there it is.
Just,
Go ahead, sis.
just one more thing that I want to add. The only thing that I wonder about, and this is, just the way that we think, is something, and you kind of hinted on it a minute ago, is something more to come. Is there more than one person behind anything that's going on? And, well, I guess we'll find out. But like you said, we're doing the best we can and we'll keep shooting out the information as we get it.
10-4, and we're out of here.